Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, medium, and an empath. This reading's going to be for Virgo for February of 2018. Before I start here, I want to tell you all thank you. This is 2 years of doing readings on YouTube this month for me, and I want to tell you all of you that have subscribed. There's over 10,000 of you. I thought there may be 3 to 5, and I'm pretty shocked about all of you that have subscribed, and I want to thank you for supporting it for the 2 years now. And that wanted to tell you the prayer class is up and out there running. All of you that have gotten it already, it's a very and sent me nice messages, and I want to thank you for those too. And it's a real comprehensive class. It's 2.5 hours long. It's about basic structures for this kind of work, for the mediumship work, and manifesting prayers. Things like that are in there, and it's a long class, actually, 2.5 hours worth of work. So there's a little short YouTube video, I think it's like 5 or 6 minutes long, that explains it to you. And the sutras class I should have done within the next few days after these readings go up, and they'll be out there. They are thought forms that enhance your clear perception. They're done in meditation, and no matter where you are on the scale, it fine-tunes them for you. And they're done with breath work also, and it like ingrains it into you. But anyhow, that's where we are and what with everything. And what I've done is 4 cards. I almost lost it there. 4 cards for the month. We'll use the bottom card on the deck for the overall view of the month, and pull angel card at the end of the reading to hopefully bring everything together for us. Now I advise you look at your moon sign and rising sign. That gives you a more comprehensive view of the month. And because I'm an empath, I have a speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you during the reading. So all of us Virgos are named Frankie for the time of this reading. And I would not think these cards are going to go week by week. I think they're going to blend in and out throughout the month as an overall theme. Now, I'm not an astrologer, so I looked up the astrology for us. It's going to be in our 6th house, and that's our health and diet considerations, the relations with our superiors, co-workers, any matters that concern our dependents, pets, like employees, employers, all that kind of stuff. Efforts that we make to help others with their problem. It's our aunts and uncles, and it's the house where your health goes together with your work. You know, sometimes we get really overburdened with work. And Spirit was telling me a message for us before I start here, and I really think this is our efforts to help others, but one of the really important things this month is for us to be able to discern where to help and where not to, kind of like being there to serve, but not allowing other people to overwhelm us with their problems. Because I have a feeling this month our intuition is going to be on high speed. It's going to become extremely important and to us, and it will be the truth of what we know. And we are Virgos, and we have a very, for the most part, a pretty rational perspective. But this month, I think the intuitive perspective that we're being given, all the impressions we're being given, it feels like an elevated month for that, are going to outweigh the rationality, because I do feel we have really big change coming during this month for all of us. And we have some words here before we start. They're truth, resilience, so keep us strong, because this is health, remember, the 6th house. Resilience, responsibility. We are responsible to serve, but we are not responsible to be overwhelmed. Humor and presence. as in the source, God, universal, spirit, whatever you want to call it. Those are our words for this month. And I think truth is going to be one of the optimal, and responsibility also, because our card for in the bottom of the deck for the overall view of the month is the Queen of Swords. And this card can mean, well, first and foremost, male or female, and I have to say that these are general readings. The Queen, though, is the emotional component of the mental realm. This will be an air sign, and that would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if it's a person in our lives, or we may be called on or have gone through, is a strong feeling also that comes off of a very tough time. The Queen of Swords is a very strong-willed, independent individual. Usually on my other deck, she's facing sideways. She has a rope that's cut on her arm, and she has a sword out in front of her, like saying, come on, make your request. I'll decide, one of those. This can be a card of loss, bereavement, separation, divorce. Sometimes we may have just suffered a loss for some of us. These are general readings. This come down in a different area. Perhaps the Queen of Swords was a job loss, But the Queen of Swords also carries the power of truth. She can cut to the chase. She's very strong-willed. She's extremely independent. She's articulate. She speaks her words wisely and concisely, right? Sometimes with the Queen of Swords, we could have suffered some kind of trauma in our life, but because of this energy, when we come through it, on the other side of it, we become even more resilient, even more responsible for ourselves, and actually we keep our sense of humor, and that's our words. She's like the presence personified. She's strong-willed, very articulate. Maybe some of us are being called to use those skills or ability, step up our efficiency, like be ready. What she's saying to me while I'm holding her is be ready for the change, okay? So be ready for the change. Some of us will have had it. Some of us, it's coming into the truth. The Swords cards are bearers of truth to me. So she could be someone that's telling us the truth about a situation, and it may be a truth that may make us uncomfortable in some way, shape, or form, but it is there, and when we accept it, we become more resilient, more responsible. There's always spiritual choices we make after this Queen of Swords card that makes us stronger and more determined in our efforts to move forward. And remember, our intuition more than our rational perspective. I know they think because we're Virgos, we are not intuitive. We are very rational. We dot our I's, we cross our T's, we do the work that needs to be done, and we keep moving on, but we're very perceptive. We are just emotionally mature enough, like the Queen of Swords, to understand and utilize our intuition with our facts. I think a lot of people mistake the truth of that about us, because here's our next card is the Hermit. And I think this is our card, Virgo, the Hermit. Sometimes we get this Hermit card and it's clunking us on the head, and the Hermit's saying, go within, Virgo, go within. And we're saying, really? Now? Right now? You really want me to do this now? And Spirit's saying to us, be responsible, Virgo. Go within. Listen to the presence. Not the gifts you're getting, the presence. Listen to the presence within. With the Hermit card, sometimes we need to close the blinds, turn off the phone, do whatever it takes to take that separate, sacred space, because our intuition, I believe, our psychic impression, our intuition are going to really morph into something that we can rely on, that is our truth, this month. And that's important that we know what is our truth. We cannot know what is our truth unless we shine the light of spirit on it. Okay? And spirit is not always just factual. Although I don't believe spirit works like we're waiting for the ever after to get our just rewards. I believe if it doesn't work in the earth plane, it's not working because we live here. And if we can't eat or know which job to go or pick to apply that's going to be the best place for us using our intuition and our heightened perception, we can't eat, right? And we're basically not here. So what kind of responsible action is that going to be for ourselves? I'm saying it in that way because I feel, and I know this is a star in here, but it always reminds me of a pentacle. And we're Virgo, we're earth sign. We're oriented towards earth plane existence. All of us like comfortable lives. And that reminds me of a pentacle to shine the light on maybe a situation that we need to change, I think, and I think the Hermit is saying maybe later on, with everything that has went on or is going on, we're going to need this month that little rest or respite, because we got 2 cards that support that within kind of journey. Because our next card here is the Chariot. And that card is the card of success, but it's the card of fast movement forward. So this card, to me, in this particular reading, means change. If we use that Hermit card, we will be able to adapt to the change. Because if you see, he has, in this one, he has his hands on the reins for both horses, right? And they're going 2 opposite directions. But yet, he is into that mode where he can adjust the reins at any moment to go with what's better, what's better, what's better. What's the truth? What's the truth? Am I going to change jobs? Am I going to get a new relationship? What's the truth? I am tuned in. What's the truth? I'm tuned in. I'm moving towards it. If there's things that are unexpected that pop in, I can adjust immediately to the right action, is what they're saying. And I will do that. I will step up. I will be efficient. I will make and do the adjustments I have to make and use in order to get the right outcome for me. Okay? So this is fast moving change. I don't know what it's going to be, so let's just, remember, not let others' problems overwhelm us. We are here to serve, all of us are, but we are always, always allowed to keep boundary lines up. And if we're being overwhelmed with other people's problems, sometimes that causes us to feel neglected, and we can't afford that because we have that Chariot card, and that's showing us, we have to take responsible action, but with quick adjustments, our word responsibility. When I look down here, it's like, whoops, that changed on a dime, spun the dime, we'll go this way. And we're going to be able to do it because we are showing up. The Hermit, we are in our own reading. And whatever strength, resilience, and truth the Queen of Swords gave us, it will come into play now. Or maybe we have incorporated that energy, and that will come into play with that high intuition. Because our next card here is the 4 of Cups. This is supposedly the card of apathy, right? It's a card that comes after the 3 of Cups, which is the big party celebration, the 3 ladies, waving their cups in the air. It's the, oh my God, the letdown, like the everyday life card. Some of us may suffer this. Look at this poor dude. He's sitting there. He has the whole ivy bush is growing on his head. He'd been sitting there for so long. The one thing that, this is what I understand, it's like I need a rest, you know. Oh God, I'm back to the everyday grind and the responsibility. That's what this card actually means. But with that Chariot card, and when I see this card, no matter what, for the very most part, these three cups are sitting beside him. There is a cup coming out of the clouds, which to me would be that Hermit. And it's saying, what do you want me filled with? You've been in this dream state for so long. The bushes are growing right up around you. These other cups down here, the three on the bottom, are filled with what I already have. This is the hand of the source, the presence, our word, the presence coming out of the clouds. What are we going to fill it with? If we use the energy of the Hermit, right, we can fill that cup with whatever we want. We can be prepared for change, okay? Because the next card's another 4. This is the 4 of rods or wands in my old deck. But this is the card of celebration. This is a card of comfortable security within my home, good family relationships, good work relationships, comfortable prosperity, just cause for celebration. And we have both of these cards, 2 4s together. And 4 means foundation, the very foundation. But when you have 4s like this, they are, sometimes we get unexpected changes, right? That we have to make decisions about, and these 2 4s together, we're ready for them. If a change came, we know what that cup was being filled with in order to produce this celebratory card and to be in the presence and to get everything that we choose, everything that we want. Is it a new relationship? Does the Queen of Swords mean I've severed ties with someone? The Hermit is like allowing me to think about, do I want a new partner or don't I? The Queen of Swords, did I sever a job, you know, or lose a friendship? The Hermit's like, you have other friends, sit with me a while, you know. This is going to change quick, because 2 4s together, unexpected change in foundation, but cause for celebration. So when I see the presence, the source handing us the cup out of the clouds, I think, pull those weeds out of our brain and get moving on it, because we have that capacity. Spirit told us, you know, don't get bogged down, serve. Don't get bogged down or overwhelmed by others' issues. Our intuition is going to become even more relevant than that, what do you want to say, that rational or perspective that we have on everything. Like, make sure everything's dotted and crossed and all those things that we're so famous for. Like I said before, they don't realize, no one does, how highly intuitive we truly are. When that opportunity comes, we have those reins in our hands, and we are going to take those reins. So we will step up to the plate. If there's something we need to change or do, we're doing it. If it's a new job and the opportunity came out of the clear blue sky, let's say, I don't believe we Virgos are going to even stop for a moment. You know, like maybe even, oh, I got this consideration, I got to give a 3-week notice, but they need me there in 2 weeks. We're going to say, I'm out of here and I'm on board. You're paying me more money, you know what I mean? Or the option, I'm daydreaming about my new partner and my new happy home with these 2 4s. We're going to say, oh my God, it's right there in front of my face, and go for it. We'll pull those reins. We'll do it. We'll make it. Somehow, some way, we're going to get through that, and we're going to use that intuition, which to me is like excellent, you know, because, oops, I started to pull from the middle of the deck and was pulling wrong. Whoa. Pulling wrong, sorry. It's, oh, that's a pretty card. Wow. Maybe that is after. We got a really good card. Reward yourself. It says you've been giving a lot of yourself lately. That would be that 4 cups, that blown out energy, like, and don't let it happen, Virgo. Do not let others' problems overwhelm or overburden us, okay? You've been giving a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential to keeping your energy, mood, and your motivation at a consistently high level. You know, and that 4 cups can mean apathy, you know, and the Hermit, boom, turn off everything, you know, go within. It's time, you know, one of those type deals, and if we have to do that this month, we are going to do it, but then we're going to get a prize. So with everything we're going, they keep telling me quick, unexpected, good change. That's why the 4 of rods is there. Quick, unexpected, good change, and we're prepared. You drew this card because it's time to reward yourself for all your hard work. Everyone needs rewards, and you are no exception. A treat will boost your energy, your mood, and your motivation. Invest in yourself and make time for self-care today. Give yourself a much-desired item, trip, or service, and notice how your inner child blooms with joy from this loving attention, and keep your sense of humor. The change is going to be like boom, and we're off and flying. The additional meanings are take a day off from work and go look for your new job. Go look for the new boyfriend, girlfriend, new husband, wife. There you go. New partner, period. Splurge on a treat for yourself. Balance giving with receiving, and they are really telling us that, aren't they? Make sure you're allowing yourself to receive, and as Virgos, we really don't a lot allow for the receiving end. We're usually on the giving end. It says, appreciate all that you've done. Appreciate all that we've done. Yep, all that we've went through and all that we've done. Well, Virgo, that's our reading for February. I want to tell you all, thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and your comments. I read each and every one. I really appreciate them all, and I don't get a lot of time to write you back, but I read them all. So, and thank you once again for watching for 2 years. I can't believe I made it for 2 years, and that there's that many of you that enjoy it. It's worth it then. And for anybody who wants to go neb about me or find out more about me, all the information is at the website, and any information you need to set an appointment or schedule an appointment with me is over there at the website, and that's in the About section. And to everybody I've met through 2 whole years of doing these YouTube readings, and to everybody I've met through 28 years of doing readings, almost 29. I want to tell you all, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's been an honor and a pleasure to serve each and every one of you, and hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.